Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. My channel is about all things beauty related, all kinds of makeup content, tutorials, reviews, demos. So if that interests you, be sure to subscribe. Today's video is 2 eye looks using the new Makeup by Mario, the Master Mattes Neutrals palette. And this is what she looks like. And we're gonna jump right into it. I've swatched all the way from number 1 all the way to number 12, lightest to darkest. And the Makeup by Mario formula is on the drier side. But overall, I'm very impressed with the swatches. The lighter ones didn't swatch as well, but this black is seriously probably one of the most pigmented blacks I own. And we're gonna jump into the tutorials. Hi guys, I am super excited about this new Makeup by Mario palette. This is the Master Mattes, the Neutrals palette by Mario. I have this brand new. It came yesterday. I haven't swatched it or anything, and I'm so excited to use this. As you know on my channel, I've always been using the Makeup by Mario Original Master Mattes palette. This palette screams me. I think it's the perfect palette to mix with any of your palettes. It's warm. It's just the perfect everyday palette. So I was actually really late up buying this palette because it was like super hyped and everything, and I felt like I kind of already owned the shades. But I'm so happy about this palette because this is like my go-to travel palette. I love this palette. It is just absolutely amazing. And then when I found out he was coming out with another one that was more cool tone, I was super excited. Been really digging cool tones lately. The Huda Beauty cool tone palette, and then I love cool tone palettes as well. And my wife is a cool tone person, so this is the perfect palette for her. This is probably going to be my new go-to travel everyday palette. So yeah, so a little bit of a difference. This one is shiny and really like smooth, and this one is the velvety. This one has the 3D Mario, and this one it's flat, so that's different. And here she is. She is so stinking pretty. Aren't those shades just absolutely amazing? The perfect shades to mix in with a shimmer palette, a pop of color palette is just the perfect palette. So I'm gonna create 2 looks, one different look on each eye. Also, I just wanna say what's on my lips right now. This is the e.l.f. Truth or Bare lip liner. It's a really pretty like neutral pink shade. And I have the Essence. This is the new Mood lip gloss. It's like plumping and shimmery and baby pink. So these 2 products together, this lip liner is $2. This lip gloss is $3.99. So together, these 2 lip products, this is like a $5 total lip combo. Just want to put that out there. So we'll start with my right eye. And my eyelids are already prepped and primed. I like to just go in with a concealer. So today I went in with the We're Even concealer by Fenty Beauty. And then I set that with a translucent powder. So I set it with the Beauty Bakery Oat translucent powder. So it's really important before you start an eyeshadow look to make sure you have a really nice base. So I'm just gonna kind of blend in any creasing that may have happened, and we'll be good to go. So right away, I feel like these 3 shades are gonna be really good eyelid shades. I feel like that's gonna be a really good crease shade. So is that like muted pink shade. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go with that muted pink shade because I feel like that is a unique shade. And I'm gonna go with a fluffy blending brush. This is the Ariel A11. I feel like every tutorial I've seen with this palette, it's been that gray shade right there, which is pretty, but I honestly don't know how often I would wear a gray shade. So I'm gonna go with that pink shade. So that would be, they're marked MN, like Master Neutrals. So that'll be MN number 7. So I'm gonna load up my brush. So I didn't swatch these. I'll probably put in a clip here, or a clip in the beginning of the swatches, but I didn't want to swatch them yet, mainly because I didn't want to ruin it because I took some pictures for Instagram. But yeah, I feel like I don't know, I'm like not anti-swatch, but I feel like eyeshadows always perform differently on your eyelid. Like there's so many shadows that I'm like, oh my gosh, this swatch is so amazing, this is so great, and then it's like, I don't know, it's just me. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, and there's a lot of kickback. which is okay with me as long as it performs well in the eye. His formula is more on the drier side. So I let out my brush, tap off the excess, and then I'm just gonna blend this in. I mean, do you see that? So it's already developing a really nice, like everyday pink mauve shade. Do you see that? So that might actually be one of my new go-to crease shades because it's really not coming up pink on the eye, but it's such a nice, like neutral shade. I really, really, really love the way this shade's performing. So I'm just blending this all over my crease. And I kind of think the formula is similar to his other palette. It has that like dry but pigmented formula. My favorite formula personally is the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula. That's my favorite formula. So now I want to take a smaller brush. So I'm going to take the Ariel A25 and I'm going to go in with, so I'm either debating on this corner shade or this one over here. So I think I'm going to go with the one right next door to it, which would be number 6. So I'm going to go in with that. Some kickback, which is fine. And just show you here. Some kickback, I mean, nothing crazy. I tap off my excess because I don't want to go in with a bunch of pigment. Think about your eyeshadow as it is a canvas and you're painting. You don't want to go in with a bunch of paint. It's always easier to add paint. So I'm going to, do you see that? I just want to carve out this section a little bit. Wow, this shade is like performing. Wow. So I'm going to keep it like nice and low. I have a habit of like really getting carried away with blending and just like blending out all my shades. But this one I want to keep like low, but lifted. So I want this to be like a lifted look. Really pretty and pigmented. A little bit darker than I thought, but I like it darker. So I really like the way those two shades look together. And that was only 2 shades. And it's only been like what? Like 4 minutes or so, not even. And they blended out really nice. So now I want to take a darker shade. I'm going to take this one on the other side, this brown shade. Same brush and same amount of kickback, but tap off the excess, and I want to go in here, my outermost point of my V. So like here, and I'm gonna just blend up into and out, using the very tip and just keeping it in my outer V. I'm going to a wedding in Chicago in like 2 weekends, and this is gonna be the palette that I'm bringing. And I already know like I'm gonna make some bomb looks on my wife with this palette and myself. And I feel like, okay, I had a subscriber a while ago tell me I need to have my wife pick out makeup and then I'll do a tutorial with it. And I want to do that and I keep forgetting, but it's like in my mind, but I just like, we've just been so busy with like our work and life and stuff, but I really do need to do that. So I'm just gonna take that same shade and just blend it underneath my eye. I mean, look at these shades. They are performing so nice. Part of me wanted to go straight in, do a crazy smoky eye look, but like I personally just have been wearing way more natural eye looks. And I'm like, you know, I just want to do 2 looks that I would like wear again that are up my alley. But I probably will come out with some crazy smoky eye looks. Okay, so there's that so far. So I want this to be more lifted. So I'm just gonna kind of clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna take this brush. This is from the Amazon brushes, the brand Jizup. And I'm gonna go in with this dark brown shade down here, which would be number 10. It's almost like a purple brown. And I'm just gonna rub this back and forth along my lash line. Oh, that is pretty and pigmented. Pretty and pigmented. Actually, I should have gone in with a whiter shade before I did this. That's okay. I can touch this up on top. Wow, that is pretty. And it's literally just a brown eyeshadow on the lash line, but it just like brings it to the next level. So now I'm gonna just take a fluffy brush. So I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with the second lightest shade, so number 2. And I just wanna tap that on the inner half here. This is looking very 90s. So that way it's like more bright. It's pigmented for sure. And then I'm just gonna go back in with that brown and stamp along the lash line. And then I'm gonna smoke this out though. Don't you worry. And now I'm gonna take just like a pencil brush and I just wanna rub this along. That so it's more smeared. And then I think I'm gonna go with some black eyeliner. I am getting crazy because I really haven't done black eyeliners lately. So let's wish me luck. There she is. Black eyeliner. I'm gonna go over that with some dark shadow. And I'm actually gonna go with some brown in my lower lash line. I saw this on my drawer and I was like, you know what, I need to play with this again. It's a shimmery brown eyeliner. So this is looking really nice. I haven't seen myself in eyeliner, my waterline like this, or black wing in a really, really long time. So now let's go over the liner with some dark shadow. This pencil shade, and I want to go in with, let's go in with this one. I just want to like try and smoke this out. Not so harsh. A little bit of a darker shade, so I'm gonna try this one down here. Just wanna like run it along the eyeliner. And then just take this, tap out the excess, and then go down here at my bottom lash line. Just like a nice subtle eye look. I love it. Okay, so now debating if I want to highlight. I think I'm just gonna highlight my inner corner with one of the really, really light shades in here. So let's go with this white shade, and I'm just gonna do, whoa, that really brightened up everything. And then I'm gonna take the same shade and go under my brow bone. Wow. And I'm gonna go back with this fluffy brush, and I'm gonna dip in that pinkish shade, and I just wanna go over the edges. And there we are. All right, so now I just wanna apply a light coat. Actually, not a light coat. I wanna apply a full coat, and I'm gonna do a half lash. So this is the Gwen Stefani brand mascara. So I'm gonna apply a coat of this and then a half lash. All right, so the lashes are on. I did a half lash. These are not my favorite lashes to do that with, but they're all I had at the moment. But I'm totally loving this palette. So we're gonna zoom in. All right, guys, guys, so that is the first look. Now we're gonna jump into the second look. So I was debating on doing a halo look or I don't know, but I don't know. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this shade over here, shade number 4, on a fluffy Ariel A11. I'm gonna dip right into that. That looks like a perfect everyday crease shade. I'm gonna load up my brush, about the same amount of kickback. Tap off my brush, and then I'm gonna find my crease, and I'm gonna go right into my crease. I love this as a crease shade as well. I'm so happy there's so many crease shades that are just like perfect for every day. They blend out so fast, and that's so important for me because I'm a nurse and I like wake up at 4:30 to do my makeup, and I need something that's gonna like blend out really fast and last long. His formula for his other palette lasts me a long time, so I hope this formula lasts long as well. They seem to be about the same type of formula, the same dry eyeshadow formula, which I like it works for me. I know how to work with it, but like I said, Anastasia Beverly Hills is my favorite formula. So I see why people don't like the drier formula, but I like it, so. All right, that is a really pretty crease. A really, 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 really pretty crease. Really liked that a lot. All right, so I think I'm gonna do like a halo, might as well. So I'm gonna take this small brush. This is a brush from the brand Gisette. It's from Amazon. And I'm gonna take this shade over here, which would be number 5. So I'm gonna take matte number 5, and I'm gonna blend this into the outer half of my eyelid. It's blending out super, super nice. This is like a gray tone brown. And then I'm gonna take this and go in my inner corner. I'm gonna keep a little space here because I don't wanna like close off my eye completely, but I do want the halo effect. Gosh, I love this palette. Like I'm already like thinking about how much I love this palette because it's just so like, I just like am thinking about all the palettes I can mix with this. Like I want to jump in with a highlighter, but I kind of just want to stick with the shades in this palette, but there's so many shades in my mind that I'm thinking if I could mix with this. And then I'm gonna make them blend here in the middle. And it just feels so good to get excited again about eyeshadow palettes. Cause like right now all the trend is like skin and everything, but eyeshadow is still fun, you know? All right, so then meeting them up here and then bringing them down here. Creating this halo. And it's kind of nice the way the shadows are laid out in here because you can follow your own like 3 or you can go across. I like how he lays out his shadows. And then I don't like any harsh edges, so I'm just gonna blend that out again. Actually, I'm gonna go with this pink shade real quick. I just wanna like touch that in here too. And kind of just blend everything out. If you watch my channel, you know I'm an overblender, not an underblender, so. All right, and I'm gonna dip in with, I might go with this shade down here. I'm trying to go with ones we haven't used yet, but I kind of used most of them. And I'm gonna just keep this right out here in the corner because I want to create that halo. And I'm gonna go in here as well. Darken this up. This, oh, by the way, this is the Ariel A7. Okay. I'm gonna take this other brush and just like blend out the edges so everything's nice and even. And I'm gonna take this shade. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take this shade. No, I'm gonna take this shade, the second shade. second matte shade, and I just want to like touch it here. You want your center to be right above your iris. All right. And I'm gonna take that darker shade and just blend that out again. Just add some more darkness here. I don't want it to be like too dark, but I do want it to be darker. And I'm feeling like smoking out the lash line too. Might as well. So we get a little patchiness right there. Just want to cover that. And now I'm gonna go back in with this shade. And touch that here. Touch up the edges. And I want to go back in with that darkest shade because I feel like it's not quite as dark, but I think I'm going to smoke out the lash line and that will really help like bring it down. Okay. So now I'm going to take that brush again. This is the Jessup brush that's flat. Not sure if you can see it, flat. And I want to go back in with that darkest shade. Yeah, I was thinking about going with the gray, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to. Okay. And then I'm just going to run this along my lash line. It's like a really smoky 90s look, isn't it? Loving this palette. Oh my goodness. So now I kind of want to do what I did in the top on the bottom. So I'm going to take this shade, the darkest one, and that pencil, and I just want to rub it along the outer half here, and I just want to touch it just a tad here in my inner. See how it's darker down here and not up here? So I just want to balance that. Now I want to take this small brush I use for highlighting the inner corner, and I want to take the lightest shade here, and I just want to like touch this here. Like tap it on my finger. Ooh. You see how that gave it like some extra highlight? And I'm going to highlight the bottom too. Nice. All right, I think I'm done playing with it because I'm just going to like mess it up. And I'm going to take the same bright white shade and highlight my inner corner. So tempted to go with a highlighter, but I'm not. And then take this and go under my brow bone. And take this brush, I'm gonna go with this pink shade and just kind of blend out those edges. Wow, love this palette. Oh my word. Okay. And then I'm gonna go on my waterline. My waterline, actually, I'm gonna go with nude. I'm gonna do like a more open eye look. When I edit my videos, I always like am like, holy cow, I make so many crazy faces when I do my makeup. And I try to remember to not make those crazy faces. But yeah. Okay, so there's some nude eyeliner to open up. And I'm gonna put on some mascara. And this time I'm gonna apply the wispy lashes. No half lash this time. All right, and there is the second look. And comment below which eye look you like more, the first one or the second one. I would love to know. All right, guys, and these are the two looks I created using the Neutrals palette by Mario. I mean, look at her. I pretty much gave her a good use. And so far, I'm impressed and I love her. And she will go with me on every trip. I'll probably take, honestly, both of these palettes, but so happy to have this palette in my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video.